Hey everybody, I'm Stacy Lynn, and this is the first of a series, my home tour series, and I'm showing you why I have not needed to redecorate in 20 years. So I love my home. I hope that you love it too. You may see things you don't like, whatever, that's all good and fine. But I just wanted to invite you into my home. So come on in and let's go over my foyer to begin with. This is the first place that I would like for you to see. So when you walk into the house, first of all, it's a house that was built in 1807, not this house, the original, which is in Mississippi, and it was called Mistletoe. So we have named our home Mistletoe. My husband's family owned it for like 200 years. So it's kind of a really cool story. And a guy named Peter lived in the home, and I think he died in the cistern that was out back. And soon I'll be showing you what we built instead of the cistern. And anyway, I want you to stick around for that. So you look over to the right and you see the dining room. And this house, the original house, ended right there at the back where I have put the den. But it ended right there, and there was a porch, and then the porch had stairs that went upstairs to like it was just, I guess, storage or something like that. So it was really originally just the foyer and the two rooms. Then they built on to the back and they had two wings, which we have two wings where our bedrooms are. So anyway, this is the foyer. Why my foyer has worked for 20 years. First of all, I did a pretty calming color on the wall, and it's a historic color. And why change history? So, you know, well, of course history does need to change, but as far as this home, the planter style home does not need it. It's just what it is. And so I have loved every second of having this color on the wall. It has been super calming. I have thought, and I might do this, I have thought about doing wallpaper of that particular time. And, you know, that would be really fun. But I've got this beautiful, and this is a family heirloom that my husband had in a big hutch deal, and they found it, and this is from that time period, and so that's kind of cool too. But I've got this on the wall, and I really wouldn't want to change that. I think it would be fine to layer a pattern, a wallpaper pattern, also with it, but I've just enjoyed it this color so long, it's kind of hard for me to want to change it. One of the things that I love too, and what I feel like grounds this room, I did 12-inch molding on the base molding, and that is important. I feel like that gives this house a little bit of sturdiness. This is the only room, this and the dining room are the only rooms that I have crown molding in. All the other rooms there's no crown molding. If you go into my dining room, the parlor in here, which I'm gonna show you next time, it has no crown molding either. So they had to be super careful of, you know, how straight the edges were. And people are not used to that now. Like, you know, people that put up the wood or the sheetrock and all of that, they're not used to not having some molding or some toe molding to cover up mistakes that they made putting down the floors, or, you know, the floors not being, you know, going all the way to the wall or whatever. So anyway, that was kind of interesting for our carpenters. But anyway, the carpets are also another key to me. So you can see the carpets throughout here. And I have red is a color that I pretty much take into every room. I don't remember if it's in there or not, but anyway, I try to take red into the rooms. And so I start when you come in with this red carpet here. So you kind of have this layer of red, blue, red, and you see the red in there. But so that kind of works to draw in that red furniture, which you're going to see in the den in a bit. But I like to do my upholstery very plain, so I don't have to change a whole lot, and I can really bring out the color that I want to in my rugs. So I have black on upholstery on this furniture, and this is really cool. In fact, I will let you see this. So this is that chair and that settee were Scott's grandmothers, and they belong to her parents. So I'm really not exactly sure of the age, but you can see this lady. Oh, is it in here? This is not in here. I need you to come see this though while I'm talking about it. So don't look at the rest of the room because I don't want to ruin it for next week. Okay, so anyway, this picture here, this picture, this painting, she's sitting in that chair. So if we wanted to get the same upholstery, I don't think we could get the exact same, but we could do something. So, and it did have a pattern, but I really like it being black. But she was the first teacher in a Birmingham school, and you could not, you absolutely could not teach back then if you were married. So she obviously was not married. Okay, so we're gonna come back in here real quick, and okay, and so now I'm going to continue to talk about this. So I also have a fun, I feel like when you have kind of a serious like house, it's kind of fun to do something fun. So I had these pillows made, which brings in the black, but you get this touch of orange that also is brought into the curtains right in there. So you kind of visually, everything comes together, even though there's lots of colors happening, because you see the same colors repeated. And I like that. And I like being able to see into different rooms. But anyway, and so you've got that, and then I've got the blue tassels here to go right there with the floor. And obviously, you know, adding color with, you know, flowers, you know, is a thing. And I don't always do that, but you know, today I did. Another fun thing, these paintings, a friend of mine I worked at a church with, his name is John Kelly, and he does a great job. So he did the artwork in here. I did some of the artwork, and all of the artwork in our house, either my husband, myself, or John did. And then I have a really cool piece of artwork over here that my daughter made. I don't want to pick it up, it's really heavy, but she did that, which I think is really cool. I've got to figure out how I want to hang that, but I think it is really, really a neat thing. People used to do that back, you know, in this time period and before, and you know, I really want to showcase that. I think it's really, really neat. So it feels grounded. I have this for people that want to put their umbrellas and stuff in it. I also you can put, you know, jackets or whatever right here. Eventually, I might turn this into a coat, a place people can put their coats and things when they come. But right now it houses all of my stuff to do videos. So that's what I have in there, and the cushions outside. So it gets really humid here. So our porch is just, you know, you never know what your cushions are going to do. Like in about 3 or 4 days, they can have mildew all over them. So I bring them in. That is pretty much the foyer. The chairs here, I just recently got these chairs, but I love that, having a chair under a painting. To me, and in a foyer, just on either side of the doors, I think that really gives this room just a groundedness. Just like, you know, it's made well. It just gives that feeling. And so I do love that. I love the wooden doors with, you know, this arch. And again, it's all, you know, based on history. So why do you need to change that? Next week, I am going to show you the parlor and why it is designed the way it is and how we've used it and why I love it. And I just love all periods of history. I think are just really, really cool. And the homes of that history tell of the times of that. And my son has a craftsman house, and another son has it's kind of like a colonial. It's 1820, I think it's 1830. 1830. All of our kids love the historic houses. We like the classical, the Roman style. I mean, just everything. And it's just so neat to bring history into your life and make all of history come alive. Anyway, I hope you'll join me on this series, and I want to thank you for joining me here. This is exciting to me, and I love having you along. Please subscribe to the channel, like this post. All of that's so very helpful. That helps me just so much. So thanks again, and I'll see you next week.